So first up is Cartoon Darkness by Amyl and the Sniffers. This was the winner of our poll. So thank you for voting, Karl. I think it was your choice for the poll, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think it was technically my poll pick for this month, but I think it was one where we were all quite keen to see it on the lineup this month. So yeah, I mean, thanks to everyone who voted and got it there for us. But well, maybe not for Kiley if he wanted to Caribou on there, but
no, I'm just still mad at my pick, but we'll get there.
yeah.
I'm happy this is there.
Yeah, so definitely one we were all looking forward to, and I think Amyl and the Sniffers I got into off the back of their previous record, Comfort to Me, which was one of those that just blew me away. Really, one of those records that was just an absolute shot in the arm at the time. Real old school punk rock record, blistering guitar riffs, in your face lyrics, great aggressive vocals from Amy Taylor. And it's one of those where, not a single moment was spared across its 30-minute runtime. And just ended up well within my top 10 albums of the year that year. And since then, seeing them live a few times, including Primavera Porto earlier this year. Also went back to their self-titled debut after discovering them on that one, which is also great. And just a band that I've got a lot of time for. I think they're terrific. And so I think expectations for this one off of that last record were quite big. A couple of great singles in the build-up to the release as well. I think You Should Not Be Doing That was the lead single, which has this great, stomp and central riff to it. And then we had Jerkin with the very X-rated music video. Definitely check that out if you've not seen it. Although, make sure
at their website, not on YouTube.
Yeah, on their website. Just make sure. Well, that you're
not at work.
Yeah. But just a great balls to the wall opener here. If you've seen the video, literally a balls to the there's not too much to go. There's not too much to go into on this one. I think if you like Amyl and the Sniffers and what they did before, chances are I think you're going to love this one too. It's basically, it's more of the same, which, it's not a bad thing. The shreds on tracks like, Tiny Bikini, Motorbike Song, Do It In My Head. I just think it's incredible. Yeah, probably my 3 favorite songs on this one. It's just, thunderous, full throttle punk. I've got to shout out guitarist Declan Mertens, I think it is. I think he deserves all the praise in the world because he was a big part of what, pulled me in on Comfort to Me. And again, here, there's times where he just leaves my jaw on the floor with some of his guitar work. And then the other track that I just wanted to shout out was Big Dreams, which I think, there's a lot of, like I say, full throttle punk on this one, but that's one that by their standards is a bit more mellow. There's some great riffs again towards the back end, and just a great vocal performance from Amy Taylor on that one as well. And it's just a really hard hitting song. Really captures that, apathetic internal monologue of being, fed up with the current situation you're in and wanting to get more out of life. And the song's kind of like her giving herself a bit of a pep talk. And it's one of the standouts for me. So another big highlight on, an album that's full of them. It's a fantastic record. Basically just takes a look at the the state of the modern world and our society, and then, spits it back out in these, 13 brutally honest, no frills about them punk tracks. And yeah, I mean, like I said before, if you loved what they did on Comfort to Me and the self-titled debut, you're gonna love this one as well. And yeah, for me, it's another big thumbs up. Great album.
Kylie, you feeling Arty in Darkness too?
Yeah, I am. And I think for the most part, we'll just, we'll watch the runtime on this baby. I agree with a lot of what Karl said. This is a band that I think it was 2019. Their self-titled debut came out and really, really grabbed me. And no sophomore slump. The second record was even better. And I think what I find most interesting about this record, besides the actual songs, is it kind of feels like their first real studio record. And I think they've done a great job of mixing their raw sound with studio quality without faltering or, I hate the term, but, they don't sound like sellouts or anything like that. It's still Amyl and the Sniffers. I also read too that they used the same mixing board that Nirvana recorded Nevermind on and Fleetwood Mac recorded Rumors on. So we'll see in 30 years if this record's at that level. But yeah, I agree. It's coming out of the gate. The first part of this record is just great. Everything you want out of them. And then the other one I have to shout out is Me and the Girls, which is the final track. I kind of wish that one was a little earlier in the sequencing. That's probably my favorite song on here. But you're getting what you get with them, which is what I love. They're taking down capitalism. They're taking down incels. They're taking down keyboard warriors, and having a lot of fun while doing it. The thing I will say I disagree on is Big Dreams. I really want to like that song, and I appreciate them exploring a slower tempo. I don't know. Maybe should have been later in the record. Maybe switch that and Me and the Girls. I don't know. But yeah, really, really love this record, and still need to see them live because I know that's the bread and butter. Need to make that happen.
I was in my tent at one of the End of the Road festivals when they did like a secret set at like 2 a.m. So I could hear them, and I was gutted that I wasn't there. So I still have yet to see them, but I very much. So that was, that would have been just around or just before their debut albums. That was the first I knew of them. There's my the usual End of the Road reference for you. Got to be done. And yeah, ever since then, liked them, but actually haven't listened to their album. So I was very pleased it was picked. So I would have to listen to the album and finally listen to a full album. So, definitely need to go back to the other two, particularly Comfort to Me, which I saw in many year-end lists.
They're all very
besides your own, Karl. Sorry?
They're all very snackable.
Well, yeah, I think this is like 36 minutes something, but yeah, so this was nice. But yeah, one which like grew on me. Because of you get what you expect on a first listen, but as you get deeper into it and listen more and more, I think you find more beyond kind of what you could get a superficial takeaway from this. It's just kind of punk rock throwaway blah, but there's a lot more going on, as you say. The lyrical content, Kylie, you mentioned some of the middle fingers they're throwing to various topics, and also having fun, and really serious about having fun as well. So, but yeah, I grew to really, really like this. I actually quite like some of the softer moments the most. So Chewing Gum, absolutely love that. Kind of this lovesick song with just classic feel to the guitar. It feels like it just could slot in if you were playing sort of, you classic songs from the 70s and this was just in there. It would just, I wouldn't feel like, oh, this is out of place particularly, which is quite a rarity to bring something so classic sounding in the current age. They are a bit of a throwback, I would say. And the other one, which I absolutely loved, was Bailing on Me, which is this kind of, another, losing love. It's quite a contemplative blues song. There's even whistling at the end. So, it's not just guitars and drums. There's various things going on. I mean, me and the girls, which I mentioned there, Kylie, I enjoy the auto-tune vocals of Can You Believe It? It's Open Bar. Which is a nice touch. Reminded me a little bit of Richard Dawson's use of auto-tune from his 2020 album, just for like random lyrics. But very little which I thought was, I think there's a couple which are more filler-like, but not so many that drags it down. I think it's very high level, and certainly the praise for the guitarist, as you mentioned before, Karl, is definitely due. I love the furious punk of It's Mine. It's only like just under 2 minutes long, but it's just, shredding at its best. You can get lyrics like I want to ride you like Harley Dean. So there's all sorts going on. But it's fun. It's rock and roll. They are unapologetically themselves. And I think definitely deserving of being a band in the limelight. And they seem to have really, got that by this third record. And everyone is very much aware of them, it seems. Or certainly those who have an interest in music, the publications. So, very pleasing. And, I mean, them supporting Fontaines next year in London, that's going to be one heck of a show. So
Kneecap as well. So what a trio!
And Kneecap, as you say, I see they're headlining a festival in London as well next year. But great album. So I think we're off to a solid start for October.